YouTube, welcome to Beauty in the Empty Nest. I'm continuing on my series of reviewing some beauty products and also asking the question of, is it travel worthy? In other words, does this palette, which typically would include things like eyeshadows and bronzers and blushes and maybe even a little lip gloss or something, and different combinations of those, is this something that, first of all, reduces the bulk in your packaging of your beauty products, but also still something that you would love to bring with you so that you would love to wear? So this product today, and I'll link below as long as I remember, leave a comment if I forget, the video where I reviewed the Lorac Pro To Go palette. So today I am looking at one, it's one of the Laura Mercier ones, which of course to me always says it's going to be probably something really beautiful because I tend to love all the products that she has. This is the Color To Go. I'm going to show you this so you can see it. Now I'm going to put, I hesitated at first even sharing this one because I cannot find it at any of our normal retail stores such as the Sephora's or the Macy's or any of those. However, you can still get it on other sites such as the eBay, I think even Amazon. I got mine, I believe, through Amazon or eBay, and I'll try and find a couple different links for it to give you as well too, because then the prices are going to vary. So I think I got mine for like $25 including shipping. So again, the prices are going to vary, and I at first was not going to review it, but I really want to because it is still available and out there, and maybe it's even better because it's probably less than what you would have originally purchased it have you gone through the normal kind of retail venues. So anyway, with that, let me show you what it is. First of all, it's a nice little plastic container. Okay, very typical, right? And it opens up in this kind of fashion, usually very well. On the bottom, we have a blush and a contour, a bronzer and a blush. And you also have a little lip gloss. I seem to have lost my lip gloss. It was nothing too special. That was just like a clear kind of lip gloss. That one I think the cat's got. It's probably under some piece of furniture I've not been able to find now. But it was just a very typical, nothing too special. So typical bronzer, okay, kind of middle of the road, and then more of like a peachy-ish color. You probably hear in the background they're chopping down a tree in our backyard. Though it's a huge tree and it's all dead, and the idea is that it's probably going to crash on our house if we leave it up much longer. So of course they arrived right now during the best lighting to chop it down. So if you hear a chainsaw, that's what's happening. And there it goes. Hopefully this won't interrupt us too much. Okay, so you open up the top portion, and again a mirror, and this is where the lip gloss would also go, would also fall through to the bottom, so that if you're opening the bottom you could still get to the lip gloss. Here are the 4 colors. This is a natural palette is what they call it, natural nude kind of palette. So you can see over there, and I don't have color names for it. They just kind of give numbers here, but I could not find the actual names of any of the shadows, just the nude naturals and natural nudes. So the first one, I'm going to give little swatches over on the side. So you can see you have a nice matte, very white, creamy-ish kind of vanilla color. Then you have more of a bronzy, shimmery color. Then a nice brown with a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of shimmer. And then over here is a real dark brown, which really doesn't come out that well as a full eyeshadow, but if you wet like a brush, it comes out as a very nice eyeliner. I still use it for some deepening, so my eyes today were using this palette. Okay, with this all over, and you're going to see the video of me applying it also. This and this kind of combined in the corner, this all over, and then this one again just deepening up a little bit. So let me kind of do a little swatches here. Here's the white. Here's that nice kind of corally, bronzy one. Here's the more matte brown one right here. And I won't be able to get much off of this one right now because again, that's where it's more of the eyeliner kind of one. So again, you'll see the swatches on the side too, because I know these don't always show up that well right here. But again, really, really nice colors there. And they're just typical caliber of what you would expect for a Laura Mercier. They apply well, there's not a lot of fallout with it. As you can even see from the packaging, you don't see a lot of fallout there. There's dust, but you know. They blend beautifully. You don't even need a fantastic brush, and you'll see the one that I'm using. I don't even know where that brush came from. There's no name on it, but that's my blending brush. And it's not that it's anything fabulous, I just like the shape of it, but these shadows blend so nicely. You can play around with them. So I really think that you could just do a single look with any one of these darker colors. Now the other thing I have liked to do is to use the bronzer also. It's a nice transition color, and it just gives it just that little bit of an extra color. Let me show you the color swatches from them. And again, these two don't show up that well. I probably should have showed you these before. So here, so again, you'll have other swatches on the side to be able to see, but yeah, the blusher and the bronzer, very typical colors. I think just again, middle of the road, where the idea is that this palette would appeal to more people than other extremes. So very fair skin versus very much deeper tone skins might not work as well. But if you're right towards the middle of continuum, which is kind of where I am, I'm like an NC25 when I'm not as tan. So like right now, if I wear that NC25 MAC foundation, it looks a little light because I have been out in the sun a little bit. So anyway, going back to the actual palette, blusher, bronzer apply very nicely. I have the blush on and the bronzer on today over one of my old favorite, not old, actually one new favorites, Charlotte Tilbury one. There's another review coming out on that one. But anyway, they apply beautifully, just what you would expect from Laura Mercier, which is why I really love this brand too. I have very rarely been disappointed in any product that she's put out. It's always worked very, very well for me. Pricier typically, but it's always worked very well. Where some other lines, I don't find that, even though I'm spending a lot more on them. So beautiful products, they all apply well. Again, I can see how you can play around with it. Is it travel worthy? Would I be happy just bringing this, maybe this too, if I was traveling for several days? And the answer is yes, I would. I feel like I can do a lot of looks here. Again, the products are beautiful. No problem. Again, you can apply them in a rush. It's not one of those tedious things where you know you have to really work with something to get to look the way you want. I feel like you can apply things very, very quickly. And again, you'll see the videos where I am going through and applying them, and it does not take much time. I don't feel like you need special tools for all of them to make them work. So again, beautiful products. Would I get bored with this blush, just one blush option, if I was for a couple days? Possibly. So I might tag on another blush as well too. You know how sometimes you like to coordinate, you just like to do something a little different. So with just one blush option, I might want to tag along one other one too. If it was for a couple days, if it was just for 3 days, I think I'd be absolutely fine. So again, travel worthy. I love the container. It would fit in very nicely, very well protected. Matter of fact, I have traveled with this and have had no trouble with it. Okay, and been very satisfied with the looks I've been able to create. So again, if you're gone for a long time period, you know you're going to be, glamming it up several times, you might want to stick a few other products in there, like another blush, or maybe it's one other slight different eyeshadow. But I feel like I showed you how you can use that bronzer also. I think it all would be really beautiful. So would you want a highlighter? That's why I suggested bringing something else here. Those products. But again, is this travel worthy? 100% yes, I love it. One of my favorites, my Lorac Protego, and this one, I go back and forth on which one. In fact, when I'm traveling, I've been taking either, trading back and forth because I can't choose one over the other. But absolutely love this. So let's get to my rating scale. Fondness for it, absolutely a 5. Absolutely love it. Okay. Does this work for mature skin? Beautifully. It applies wonderfully on my eyes. I mean, my cheeks, I don't typically have a lot of issues with products not blending well or having any issues there as far as the mature skin. However, I sometimes would have trouble if it's like something that has a lot of fallout and then it gets under my eyes and settles and wrinkles. No trouble there. Eyeshadows, again, work beautifully on my eyelids. I have had no trouble at all there with them settling or cracking or looking, Oh, and the makeup all lasts. Again, I applied this easily 4 or 5 hours ago. So absolutely love this. So works for mature skin, a big 5, yes. Run out to get, I would say a definite 4, just because it might be a little more difficult to find. However, I hope I can provide multiple links for you to be able to get this product. It might be also worth looking other places to be able to see some of the places where you can repurchase, used products if that's a market that you'd also be interested in. And I feel like I said, you probably will be able to get this for a very nice price because it's just not the latest release. So again, giving it 5s across the board as far as running out to get. I definitely think if you're traveling and these colors work for you, I would definitely give it a 5. And I think you could get a good bargain for it possibly too. Again, if these colors don't work for you, you know, or if you're not really looking for any kind of multiple palettes there, but you probably might not be watching this video then. But again, I would give it a nice 5 because I really, really, really am enjoying this product. So, and because it's not something I think will sell out in the main store because it's already gone, I think that if it's something you really want, you might want to grab it now because I don't know how limited the quantities are that are out there in these other resource outlets then too. So, big thumbs up again. It's been really fun. I've actually been reviewing several products in a row right now that have all been I've been really thrilled about and happy about. So that's been really fun. It's always hard when you review one that you're not happy with because you kind of feel badly too. Although I want to let you know about that stuff too. So anyway, love it. Hope that you enjoy it too. Let me know if you also know of some other really good, possibly travel-worthy palettes that I should try or that I should review, or any other kind of combinations of things that you think would be good to be able to, you know, test out and see if they work for me with my mature skin, or you think that they'll just be fun and I should try them just for fun. So as always, I hope that this has been helpful for you. Please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all those good things so that I know that this is the kind of content you want to hear, and it also keeps me going. It's, again, that little pat on the back. So until next time, please comment below. Let me know what else you would like to hear or see. And until next time, again, I hope that you have fantastic, fabulous days and you're having fun playing with beautiful products and you want to keep sharing that. Goodbye.